Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury reporting from the Rainforest Tour nearest you. Have fun guys, Rainforest Tours.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, I want to face up to the reality that is collecting watches in 2021. And I want to say the biggest thing I have is the biggest problem I have with watch collecting today is that we are in a really crazy market. In fact, I'm really scared to sell some of my watches off so that I could try other pieces. I want to do some experimenting, but I'm scared if I sell some of the watches in my collection off, I may not be able to get them back if I really want them back. For example, let me tell you, I've got 3 Rolexes. I've got a 42mm Explorer 2 Polar, I got a Sub-Date, and I got a Milgauss. 3 Steel Sports Rolex. Now, you'd say, yeah, they're great, but they aren't that fantastic. No. You know what? The market is so vicious. The no-date sub in Australia, over 20,000. A Polar Explorer 2, 15. These are all Aussie prices, 15,000. And a Millie, that's also 15,000 price range. And this is the thing. You might sell some watches off. Say I want to try a I don't know, maybe say try a Zenith for a while, try a Grand Seiko. I just want to, chop up the selection. The problem is, if I want to come back to Rolex, what's going to happen? Maybe I won't be able to get a Sub-Date. That's right, guys. I won't be able to get the 41mm ceramic Sub-Date. I don't see terribly heaps of them on the Australian market. Maybe even the 40mm ceramic maxi case. And that's the biggest fear, is that whereas beforehand I used Rolex as a bit of a bankroll, now Rolex has become so... I'm scared if I sell these off to try and experiment with some other stuff, they may rise even further and I can't buy back in. That's the problem. I recently got a Speedy, an Omega Speedmeister, man on the moon. They were just a good stock, bread and butter chronograph, manual wind chronograph, 3 reg, just, classic icon in the watch world. Now, those watches now, big box, I had the big box. Man, you can't get them cheap. I remember I got the model before the big box, and I got it from a dealer for $3,500. $3,500. And prices have gone ballistic on Speedmasters. And this is the scary thing. Pateks, I've got a couple Pateks. The problem is mine are all box paper. See, this is what really cheeses me off. When I was buying these Pateks, one of them had a flaw. It didn't have the correct spring bars. Someone had pinched the Patek spring bars, 2 spring bars, and also the spring bar for the buckle. I had to fly down to Melbourne and order that from the Patek service centre. There's a guy called Precision Time. It took a couple of weeks for that to come through, and I paid him and it came through. They're expensive parts. I mucked around, rooted around, got all the right things done with it. So my 4 paddocks are perfect. But if I sold one and say I wanted to come back into paddock, oh, they have flaws that mine didn't have. Maybe spring bars pinched, just annoying problems like that. And this is the whole problem. I don't really want to sell any of my paddocks. I'd love to try and experiment. I wanted to do some experimenting. And my biggest fear is if I sell one of my pieces, I won't be able to get it back. And that's the thing that scares me a lot, is this world here. All the collectors have gone, oh, I don't want to sell that. They've all clammed up. And prices are not cheap. Prices are not cheap. They're rising. Good stock is hard to get. Good stock goes. This is the problem we've got. So many of these things here. See, when the market was more fluid, there was more stuff out, and you could buy easily. You know, go into things, try this, sell it, do this, do that. Now, it's very difficult. It is very, very hard. It is difficult. And I've got to be honest with you. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm sick of the market being so, everyone clams up. Because they're scared. If you sell say you're not using the sub, you sell it, and then you want to go back into it, there's not an easy supply. And something that I find incredible, okay, there was a great post on Facebook, and somebody said, this is just novices, just newbie collectors, oh, I'd like to get it's my husband's 40th. My husband's 40th's coming up. I'm hoping to get a Rolex Submariner. Why can't I get one at retail? And you just got to chuckle. They don't understand the whole marketplace. And it's a very, very, very tricky thing. I remember making videos years ago, don't pay retail, buy pre-owned. Man, those days, they were so hilarious. Now you wish you had the pleasure of buying one at retail. It's so over market price, over retail. And that's the big problem. So many Rolexes themselves there. It's a very difficult market. It is a hard market. And I got to be honest with you, I don't see it getting better. The market is vicious. And I like to do some experimenting. Remember, I did one brand per watch. That was fine. Oh, I'll try that for a while. I'll flick them and I'll buy some other things. And I got into a Daytona, two-tone Submariner. Now, a lousy steel. Okay, Submariner. Okay, it is a. That's now a super grail for a lot of people. If they won the lotto, they'd buy. I mean, it's a great watch. I love my steel subby, but is it that fantastic? Not really. It's become so desired and lusted after. And that's what's happened. The whole watch area, it's just getting very, very difficult. You can't just take an experiment, sell one off, try it for a while, because when you come back to Rolex, no stock and prices have risen. It is ferocious. Absolutely ferocious. Ferocious times. It's really, really extraordinary what has happened. And I've got to be honest with you, it's very discerning. It really does. I find it very, very sad because the collectors, they're scared to sell something in case they won't be able to get it back. This is like after World War II with rationing, you know? It's kind of, man, you're so lucky to get any stock. And, oh, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, my honest opinion is, man, I would seriously say to you, I would be just, you got a collection, you got a few things, you just hold. You're too scared to let something go. Too scared to let it go. What happens if you want it back again? What are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? That's what I want to know. What are you going to do then? Because there's no stock. And it's made a whole lot of where people could try something, flip it, try something else. You know, they could find their kind of their level. Now, people are scared to sell anything because they won't be able to get it back again. So, we're not having the experimentation like we did in the past. And I got to be totally honest with you. It's very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Okay, guys, I'm ArchieLuxury. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Tell me what you think. Put some comments below. And I will see you in the next one. Hey, guys, check out one of my best friends, Jamie Opulence, on YouTube. Just go to Jamie Opulence on YouTube. A fantastic channel from my good friend Jamie. Check it out, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying for our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
Feeling me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys, Vintage Watch Co.